Alright, so the Mac 4 arm wrestling event went down this past weekend, and since it was their first event that I actually watched live, from what I saw I think overall the event was great, since in total there were 25 super matches, from which I think there were some that satisfied not only the hardcore arm wrestling fans, but also those who love some pure entertainment. But besides that, I think the event production was also on par with no real hiccups happening, and not to mention the crazy overall energy in that room, which honestly made even the lower tier matches really exciting. So if by chance you missed this event and still want to watch it, be sure to check the description of this video where I'll leave the link to the pay-per-view with an extra discount just for you. Now let's talk about the main subject of this video and probably the reason why you clicked on it. So at the very end of the live stream, Ian Carnegie went on stage and actually made some pretty cool announcements, with him first announcing that another arm wrestling league called Global Elite Arm Wrestling, who has also organized some arm wrestling events, and that too with some pretty big names. So as of now, they will be partnering with Mac, using their rules and also their tables for future events. Now Ian then continued with him announcing that their next event with Global Elite Arm Wrestling is going to be happening on November 29th, and that the main match for this event will be between none other than the man that just beat Wayne Withers and became the Mac overall champion, Filip Larsson, who as per Ian's words is going to be going against a giant from Poland. Now I don't know about you guys, but to me the most logical answer seems to be Alex Kurdecha, and since we all know that Alex recently has been on a pretty unlucky losing streak, with him not only losing on the right arm but also on the left, with his most recent loss actually being on both arms against Devin Larratt at the last East vs West event. Now I personally think this is a pretty good step for Alex, since if he wins against Filip, he can very easily start to build back up to once again compete at the highest level. But on the other hand, for Filip, I think this will be a pretty big challenge, and not even talking about the fact that he already has a match scheduled just a month before at East vs West 20 against Manuel Battaglia, who I think is no slouch either. But for the sake of this argument, let's just say that Filip is successful against Manuel and goes through him pretty easily with not sustaining any injuries in the process. We are still talking about Alex Kurdecha, who despite his recent losses is still one of the strongest guys in the sport, and definitely someone who Filip shouldn't overlook. But anyways, do let me know your thoughts about this announcement from Ian, and am I even right thinking that he is talking about Alex? But if this actually turns out to be true, do you think Filip is ready for that level and that he will add another loss to Alex's record, or did the people behind the scenes screwed up when they made this match? Leave your thoughts down below.